students, welcome to the chemistry revision session. This is the last video for revision. It is revision of standard 9th, but this revision is basically for 10th standard student. And 10th standard children, listen, from tomorrow, that is in the next video, your first chapter of standard 10th chemistry will start. Okay? And 9th standard, your chapters of chemistry, when your teacher does with you, you will see each concept in detail. So need not worry if there are any doubts left in those concepts. Alright? Fine. Today, I'll have a short query session. Correct? Now, the first query is about animation. I think it is a suggestion from one of the parent that, sir, why don't you put some animation in your video so that it is more effective and it can be understood in a better way. Well, it is in my mind, no doubt about that. But then, let me tell you, this cell phone, they say, was not allowed in the school. And today, the same cell phone is used widely and it is very useful in running online school, correct? I was of the similar opinion. I had similar notion about cell phone. Just like TV, an idiot box, I thought cell phone also was an idiot box. So I never appreciated the smartphones till my colleagues forced me to buy one. In fact, they themselves ordered a smartphone for me online. Well, having received the phone, I tried to learn few things, but there was always in my mind there are a lot of unnecessary things in it. So very few things I learned, and I never tried to learn more in that. Now it's lockdown period. They say necessity is the mother of invention. I had to prepare videos for online study. So I started finding out what the cell phone or how the cell phone can help me in that task. And I discovered many things. And now I realize that if the smartphone is used wisely, it is very fruitful. So I am not used to use different what we call softwares or apps till now. Recently I have started learning them. Okay, so when I learn about how to put animation, when I get acquainted with the knowledge of how to use this technology, you will get that. Now you can realize how my mind was set for the cell phone, and that has made me a slow learner. So I do not know how much time I will take to learn, but soon I believe you can see some animation in the videos as well. Thank you for your good suggestion. Now few questions from the children. One of the child said, sir, you say atom is indivisible, but I found it is divisible by atomic fusion. Well, I only said what the science said, right? Okay. In 450 BC, Democritus said that atom is indivisible. Then for 2500 years, till J.J. Thomson performed his experiment, atom was considered indivisible. And all the people during this period accepted that atom is indivisible. It is only after the beginning of 19th century, that is 1803 or 1806 AD, it was accepted that atom is divisible. Correct? So now also today, we know atom is divisible, and that old concept of atom is indivisible has been dissolved. That I very clearly said in the video. Now you said you discovered somewhere that atom is divisible by nuclear fusion. Children, fusion and fission are two opposite things. Fusion means join and fission means break. When you join something, when you combine something, it's going to become bigger. If you combine two small things and make one, that one whole thing is going to be bigger than each of those two parts. And fission is breaking. Yeah, one big thing, one whole thing, if you break, you get smaller parts. Now, if we are talking about divisibility of atom, then should it be fusion or fission? So it should be fission. And let me tell you, uranium atom, when it splits, when it breaks, I'm talking about uranium atom. When it breaks, when it divides, it gives two smaller parts. One is of barium and other is krypton. Those two parts of uranium that you get on divisibility of uranium atom, on splitting of uranium atom, one part is barium and other part is krypton. In short, you get two smaller atoms from larger atoms. This is atomic fission. Alright? Well, both in fusion and fission, in both the process, some part of mass is lost, which get converted into energy. So in both the processes, high amount of energy is released. I don't want to go deep into it. When the time comes, yes, you will learn it. Right? Fine. I hope your doubt is clear. Another question from student. Hydrogen is in gaseous state. Oxygen is in gaseous state. When they combine, you get water, which is in liquid state. How? How is it possible? And maybe, as you said, you searched it a lot, but you didn't get it. Fine. I'll try to explain to you. Children, in your surrounding, there are different types of atoms. Those which are unstable, they always want to become stable and they are randomly moving. Sometimes they collide with each other. They collide with the system in which they are held. Say suppose they are in the box, so they will collide with the box. Suppose they are in the room, they will collide with the wall, ceiling, floor, because they are in random motion. Right? If they are gaseous particles, the motion of the particle is more. If they are liquid, it's less. And in solid, it is much less. But the particles keep on colliding. When they collide, due to friction, some energy is released. Remember this one thing. And on collision, if one wants to give electron and if other wants to receive electrons, they will do so when they collide. Are you getting me? So they will form positive ion and negative ion. And opposite ion will attract each other and form a bond. So two atoms which were separately and randomly moving about suddenly turns into a molecule. An ionic bond is formed. If not ionic bond, they may share electron and form covalent bond. In short, this atom, whenever they get opportunity, they will form a bond. It may be ionic bond, it may be covalent bond. You will also learn about some other types of bond in higher classes. But they form molecule. Are you getting me? But it's not that with every collision they will form a bond. है ना? है ना? कहते हैं ना? क्या कहते हैं? ना ना करके तुम्ही से प्यार कर बैठे. पहली बार में प्यार नहीं हुआ, दूसरी बार में प्यार नहीं हुआ, लेकिन आखिर में प्यार हो गया. ऐसा ही होता है. Are you getting me? They collide, but every collision में वो नहीं. They want a perfect opportunity where they can share or give and take of electrons can take place. Is that clear to you? Okay. So now what happens? This hydrogen molecule, देखो, this hydrogen molecule H2, all right, they are in gaseous state, right? They are in gaseous state. So they are quite far away. This oxygen molecules, they are also quite far away. They may be more in number, H2O, okay? Anyway, or even less in number. Anyway, when they form bond, they form H2O, H2O, H2O. These are the molecules formed. Now please look. When they collide, what happens? Energy is released due to friction, correct? And because of that, when they combine, these molecules also gain energy. They are quite hot, so they are very much far away. But when they come to the room temperature, when they come to the atmospheric temperature, when they come to the normal temperature, they cool. And as they cool, see the arrangement of molecules. Here, that molecules are far away. Here, molecules are far away. But when they combine and forms the molecule, at room temperature, the molecules come closer. And that is the arrangement of liquid. So, hydrogen, which is gas, oxygen, which is gas, when they combine, initially they are very far away. But as they cool down and come to the room temperature, the molecules automatically gets arranged closer. And such arrangement of molecules, we call it a liquid state. So water is obtained in liquid state. I hope that is clear to you. Okay, fine. The last query, what happens to stable or neutral atom? Someone has asked this. Alright, stable. If the atom is stable, it has to do nothing and it will remain in its condition indefinitely. लंबे समय तक ऐसी स्थिति में रहेगा. You buy a chain of gold, wear it, you know it is stable, वो ऐसे ही रहेगा. But एक आयन की चेन ले आओ और लगा दो, वो बिगड़ते जाएगी, वो डिके होगा, उसका क्या कहते हैं, ऑक्सीडेशन होगा, rust will form. Are you getting me? So those stable things will remain indefinitely in that condition for long time. Okay? Did you understand? If you put iron in a hot container having high temperature, it might melt, only the state will change. Still further heating, it may turn into gas. If you cut, it may be cut into pieces, but that is just a physical change. Are you getting me? So stable atoms will remain in that state for indefinite period of time. But if it is unstable, यदि वो unstable हुआ, so you know it will always want to become stable. It has that tendency. Do you understand? जैसे कि your mother gave you birth. So by birth, it is your right that you call her your mother. આ તમારો જન્મસિદ્ધ અધિકાર છે કે તમને જેને જન્મ આપ્યો એને તમે માં કહો. તો any atom which is unstable, it is born unstable. So by birth it has right to become stable. उसका जन्मसिद्ध अधिकार होता है कि यदि अनस्टेबल हो तो वह स्टेबल बन जाए. अभी स्टेबल कैसे बनेगा? करेक्ट. We have learned that ionic bond, covalent bond, by give and take of electron or by sharing of electron, they become stable. And once they attain stability, they will remain in that condition for indefinite period of time. Okay? Understood? Yes. What about neutral atom? Neutral is electrically neutral. It is not having charge. But if you look at its electronic configuration, if it is stable, so in the outermost orbit, the outermost orbit will be completely occupied by the electrons. It will be filled completely. But if it is unstable, its outermost orbit will have free electrons. And what they do when they have free electrons? Either they will remove from the outermost orbit or get more electrons into the orbit to complete that orbit. So that is what happens to neutral atom. Okay, one thing. Stable atom, they are always neutral. They are always neutral. But all neutral atoms are not always stable. All neutral atoms are not always stable. क्यों? क्योंकि न्यूट्रल एटम में आउटरमोस्ट ऑर्बिट में फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन होगा तो अनस्टेबल है, और फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स नहीं है, कंप्लीटली फिल्ड ऑर्बिट्स है, देन इट इज स्टेबल. ओके, क्लियर? I hope your queries are solved. All right. So now let us look at the summary of all that we learnt so far in chemistry revision of standard 9th. Okay. What we learned? Atom and molecule. What is atom? The smallest possible particle of an element. What is molecule? The smallest possible particle of element or compound. Correct? Right. Atom can be said as element and a molecule can be of element as well as of compound. Correct? Okay. Then we learnt about atomic number and electronic configuration. What is atomic number? The number of protons in the nucleus of an atom or the number of electrons revolving around the nucleus of atom is known as atomic number. Electronic configuration: in the first orbit 2, second orbit 8, third orbit 18. But if third orbit is last one, then 8. Fourth orbit 4 square 16 2s are 32. Fifth orbit 5 square 25 25 2s are 50. Sixth orbit 6 square 36 and 36 2s are 72. 2n square formula. So that's how you can get the electronic configuration of any atom, and from that you can decide whether the outermost orbit is completely filled or not completely filled. If it is completely filled, it is stable or inert. If it is not completely filled, it is unstable, and it would become stable either by losing electron, gaining electron, or sharing electrons. If there is one electron in the outermost orbit, and if that orbit is first, then doublet is to be satisfied. So it will need one electron, or it may give one electron. Normally hydrogen is the example, and it gives away one electron. And by giving electron, the atom becomes positively charged, but chemically neutral. Okay, chemically stable. Okay, fine. If it has 2 electrons in the outermost orbit, it will lose 2 electrons instead of gaining 6 electrons, and the atom becomes positively charged but stable. 3 electrons, it will lose 3 electrons instead of gaining 5 electrons to complete the octet. Correct? So it becomes plus 3 ion. 4, it neither gives nor gains. It always goes for sharing. 5 electrons in the orbit, outermost orbit. So it will gain 3 electrons instead of losing 5 electrons. So 3 electrons are received. So it becomes minus 3 negative ion, but chemically stable. Alright. 6 electrons in the outermost orbit. It will gain 2 electrons to complete octet and become negatively charged ion, but chemically inert, stable. If 7 electrons are there in the outermost orbit, it will gain 1 electron rather than losing 7 electrons. Alright, and become negatively charged ion. If 8 electrons are there in the outermost orbit, already it is octet. Octet is satisfied, so it is already stable. Neither gaining nor losing of electron or even sharing of electron can take place there. Got it, children? Fine. Atomic mass or molecular mass. You know, the mass of atom is due to protons and neutrons. So total number of protons and neutrons in the nucleus of an atom is called atomic mass of that element, atom. Molecular mass. In a molecular formula, see how many atoms are there. As for example, carbon dioxide. 1 is carbon. Only 1 carbon multiplied by its atomic mass. Atomic mass of carbon is 12. Okay, there are 2 atoms of oxygen. The other constituent element is oxygen. 2 atoms. And atomic mass of 1 oxygen atom is 16. So 1 12s are 12 and 2 16s are 32. This makes total 48 AMU, atomic mass unit. So that, atomic mass unit, or simply we say unit. So this is molecular mass of carbon dioxide. So that's how you can find molecular mass. Then we have seen the concept of mole. Children, one thing I had forgotten. Let's recall the concept of mole. Say suppose you talk about sodium. Its atomic mass of sodium is 23 unit. So you know, if you take 23 gram, then it is called gram atomic mass. and in 23 grams of sodium, you will have 6.023 into 10 raised to 23 atoms of sodium. Correct? Okay. उसी तरह, if I take oxygen molecule, if I take O2, correct? Its atomic mass of oxygen is 16, but here it is molecule. So you will have to consider molecular mass. Molecular mass of oxygen. एक का 16 तो दो का 32, so that is 32 units. But if you convert 32 units into 32 gram, then it is called gram molecular mass. Gram molecular mass of oxygen molecules. So 32 gram of O2 molecules is 6.023 into 10 raised to 23 molecules of oxygen. Okay, this is molecules, all right, of oxygen. Let's take another example. Calcium, all right. Calcium का atomic mass है 40 units. So if you take 40 gram of calcium, then you will find 6.023 into 10 raised to 23 atoms of calcium. If you take hydrogen, now hydrogen is again molecule. एक एटम हाइड्रोजन का 1 यूनिट है, तो two units. So 2 unit is the molecular mass of hydrogen. But if you take 2 grams of hydrogen, then it will contain 6.023 into 10 raised to 23 atoms. This number is constant, correct? And that number is called Avogadro's number or constant. Either it is called Avogadro's number or constant. Definitely it was found or calculated by a scientist named Avogadro. But one thing, children, it is applicable only to gas. जो गैसियस सब्सटेंस है उसके लिए एप्लीकेबल है. यदि आप 32 ग्राम ऑफ ऑक्सीजन मॉलिक्यूल्स लोगे तो उसमें 6.023 into 10 raised to 23 molecules of oxygen होंगे. And if you consider its volume, it will be 22.4 liters. It will be 22.4 liters. हाइड्रोजन भी गैस है. If you take 2 gram of hydrogen, उस 2 ग्राम ऑफ हाइड्रोजन मास वाले हाइड्रोजन में 6.023 into 10 raised to 23, not atoms, these are molecules of hydrogen you will find. All right, and since this is gas, the volume occupied by 1 mole, इसको 1 mole भी बोलते हैं ना, 1 mole, ये 1 mole है, 1 mole है, this is 1 mole, all right, will contain how much? 22.4 liters volume. उसका वॉल्यूम दो देखोगे, but this volume have to be measured at STP, standard temperature and pressure. Standard temperature and pressure conditions. Temperature 0 डिग्री होना चाहिए और pressure 1 atmosphere, जो atmospheric pressure होता है, normal atmospheric pressure. So at 0 degree Celsius temperature and 1 atmospheric pressure, yes, if you take 1 mole of hydrogen gas, then it will have 22.4 liters of hydrogen gas. Gas in terms of liters. If you take 32 gram of oxygen gas at 0 degree Celsius temperature and 1 atmospheric pressure, then the volume in terms of liters would be 22.4 liters. Now this is applicable, as I said, to only gases. It may be any gas. 1 mole of gas you take, and its volume will be 22.4 liters. And the number of molecules or atom in that gas would be 6.023 into 10 raised to 23. Yes, this would be different. Grams would be different. But this is 1 mole. So now you can say 1 mole is 32 grams of oxygen. That is equal to 6.023 into 10 raised to 23 molecules of oxygen. And that is equal to 22.4 liters of oxygen. 1 mole is 23 grams of sodium, and that is 6.023 into 10 raised to 23 atoms of sodium. But sodium is not liquid, so its volume won't be 22.4 liters. Is that clear to you? So that was about mole concept which we missed. ये लीटर्स वाली बात लेकिन आपकी बुक में नहीं है, so you don't have to worry. Ionic and covalent bond. Ionic bond by give and take. The one who gives electron becomes positively charged. One which receives electron becomes negatively charged. The oppositely charged particles attract each other and form a bond, giving rise to molecule, compound. Covalent. The give and take place in ionic bond. In covalent bond sharing, we have seen that in detail. Formation of chemical or molecular formula of elements of a compound. I would like to conclude this video with this. We'll see some more formation of chemical formula for different compounds. Okay? I'm just revising this so that we can recall what I have asked you to learn. You had promised me to learn that. +1 valency, hypoxia. -1 valency, hyclobini. +2 valency, cocafezimabap. -2 SSCO. And +3 only to फेरिक उसको बोलते हैं, और एल्यूमिनियम Al+3, और -3 में एक ही है PO4-3 फॉस्फेट. ऑलराइट. ऑक्सीजन और फास्फोरस के बीच कोवेलेंट जिसमें भी ग्रुप है. कार्बोनेट CO3-2, सल्फेट SO4-2. फिर यहां एमोनियम NH4+1. राइट. और कुछ या इतने ग्रुप्स है. या बाइकार्बोनेट HCO3-1, नाइट्रेट NO3-1. सो ये ग्रुप सेकंड, थर्ड, फोर्थ, फिफ्थ एंड सिक्स्थ. So out of all that we have to study, there are 6 groups of ions. The ions are formed by group of atoms, but this group of atoms that have been formed is by sharing electrons, but still they require electron. This one require, this group of 5 atoms require 3 electrons, so they gain 3 electrons. This group of atoms, carbon और 3 oxygen, totally 4 atoms, उसने ग्रुप बनाया स्टेबिलिटी के लिए, लेकिन उसको स्टिल 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स चाहिए, तो वो 2 लेते हैं एंड बिकम नेगेटिवली चार्ज. ये ग्रुप ऑफ 4 ऑक्सीजन एटम एंड 1 सल्फर एटम, टोटल 5 एटम्स, उन्होंने शेयरिंग करके स्टेबिलिटी पाने की कोशिश की, लेकिन स्टिल दे रिक्वायर 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, सो दे गेन 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स एंड बिकम स्टेबल. सेम वे यहां 1 इलेक्ट्रॉन की जरूरत है, यहां 1 इलेक्ट्रॉन की जरूरत है. ये सारे ग्रुप्स में इलेक्ट्रॉन की जरूरत है, सो दे गेन एंड बिकम नेगेटिवली चार्ज आयन. यहां एक ग्रुप है 4 हाइड्रोजन एटम एंड 1 नाइट्रोजन एटम, दे कोवेलेंटली कंबाइन, लेकिन अभी भी 1 इलेक्ट्रॉन बच गया, एक्स्ट्रा है, सो दे डोनेट इलेक्ट्रॉन एंड बिकम पॉजिटिवली चार्ज आयन. इज दैट क्लियर टू यू? चलिए अब कोई भी ले लो. चलिए इसको मैंने ले लिया, उसको कहते हैं फेरस. यहां से ले लिया मैंने कार्बोनेट सी, सो कार्बोनेट. ऑलराइट, फेरस कार्बोनेट, ये केमिकल कंपाउंड बन गया, इसका केमिकल नेम है. अब उसकी फॉर्मूला कैसे बनेगी? फेरस के ऊपर लिखूं Fe+2, वो आपको याद करना पड़ेगा. कार्बोनेट के ऊपर लिखूं CO3-2, लिख दिया. वैलेंसीज विद फॉर्मूला, यस. नाउ लुक एट द वैलेंसीज, +2 -2. सेम तो क्रॉस नहीं करना है, सीधा लिख दो. Fe, F की साइज का C, C की साइज का O, and 3. FeCO3. This is ferrous carbonate. चलिए मैंने इसको ले लिया फेरिक, ऑलराइट, और वही ले लिया कार्बोनेट. So now the name of the compound is ferric carbonate. Ferrous carbonate and ferric carbonate are 2 different chemical substances. इसकी molecular formula क्या होगी? चलिए, ferric is Fe+3, carbonate is CO3-2. इस बार if you look at the valencies, they are different. So you cross this 2, you write as a subscript of Fe, and this 3 you have to write subscript of the whole. ये 2 चीज है, ये एक ही चीज है. So Fe, it's 1 atom, उसका subscript बनेगा 2. CO3 वो ग्रुप ऑफ एटम्स है, इसलिए ब्रैकेट में लिखना पड़ेगा, और इसका सबस्क्रिप्ट 3. So this is the chemical formula या molecular formula of ferric carbonate. This is chemical formula of ferrous carbonate. Take aluminium, all right, इसको ले लो, aluminium, all right, and take nitrate, aluminium nitrate, any, all right. Now aluminium is Al plus 3, nitrate is NO3 minus 1. Please learn plus 3 or minus 1, 1 or 3 अलग है. 1 becomes the subscript of aluminium and 3 will become subscript of Na3. Aluminium का subscript 1 लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. NO3 का subscript 3 लिखना पड़ेगा, और ये group of atom है, so you write in the bracket and thrice. This is the molecular formula of aluminium nitrate, and we read it as AlNO3 thrice. Fe2CO3 thrice. FeCO3. Clear? Understood? I hope it has been a good revision session for you, and we have refreshed what you learned in 9th standard. So from the next video you will see the first chapter of standard 10, that is for the 10th standard students. And 9th standard student, your revision of 9th standard is over. I hope you have understood the concept. Okay, your number line will continue, and the next chapter of maths, Euclid's geometry, I'll be starting. But for that we'll have to finish first chapter, solve the assignment, answer the test, and then we can start the second chapter. All right, so here we end up our sessions. I hope you had a good session.